scared. Put on my friends, get fly like a bird. We keep the commandments, don't know what you heard. Pull out them scripts like I'm a director. I stay with my sword, I'm ready whenever. It's the end of the world.
Black people, right? Huh, give me Isaiah 14:2. Jeremiah 14:2, I'm sorry. So, what's the problem with because when you look at the news, over there, they calling them the Jews over there, what they look like? They look white. But the Bible said Jesus Christ is black, so his people should be black. So why are they white over there?
Right.
Watch this. Let's see what color the real Jews are. Watch this.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth.
He said Judah mourneth. Judah is a tribe of Israel, one of the 12 tribes of Israel. You know, the word Jew is short for Judah, right? The kingdom of Judah, right? It says Judah mourneth,
And the gates thereof languish.
same situation they was in now, we in now. The gates is the leaders. The leaders languish. Our leaders are trash. Who is the leader of the black community today? Who's the leader of the black community? Back then we had Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Farrakhan, you can say Farrakhan, but what impact is he having over here? None. We don't got no black leaders. Right? You know what the black leaders is in Lubbock? The man in purple. Why? We don't the ones who are really advocated for change, who said the way we live it ain't right. We look at the situation. We young men too, but we looked at the situation like this ain't right. This can't be life. Then we opened the book and he told us, oh yeah, Judah's leaders, so they languish. Read.
They are black.
No, they are white.
They are black.
Pink.
Black.
Red.
Black. They are black unto the ground.
So what color is the Israelites? Black to the ground, right?
That's right.
So our people come out here and we think that's Jesus Christ. That's when all the churches, we got 50,000 churches, and they all got him in there. And they might not have the picture, but it's in here. When they hear Jesus, that's who pop up. But that ain't what Jesus look like in the Bible. So, and that ain't what Jesus people. You see the Jews, something happen to them. Pray for Israel. Pray for Israel. You Israel.
That's
Pray
right.
for us. We the one going through it. Who had it worse than us? Let me Daniel 9:12. Who had it worse than us?
Bring it out.
Think of history. All the history in the world. Who's had it worse than the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Did the so-called Jew, the Holocaust? They lost how many in the Holocaust? They say 6 million. Let's say 50. We'll give them 50 million. They lost 50 million. How many Native Americans were killed over here when the white man took over? We in the hundreds of millions already, right?
That's right.
And then guess what? Then they went to Africa and took slaves over here. How many of them got threw overboard?
Bring it out.
How many came over here and got killed and still getting killed to this day?
Bring it out.
So we can give them like 50 million in 6 years. We've been getting killed by the millions for hundreds of years. They can't compare. Watch, the Bible gonna tell us, 9:12.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
And he hath confirmed his word, which he spake against us.
Because God spake against us. Why? Because we didn't keep his commandments. He said, I'm going to do something to you. Like you got kids. You don't have kids, but you got nephews, nieces. Right? When you tell them, hey, if you do that, I'm going to punish you. When they do it, what you going to do? Punish them. So God told the Israelites, if you don't keep my commandments, I'm going to punish you. Now he's saying, he confirmed that. Read.
And against our judges that judged us.
Right. Against our leaders. He put the leaders down because they didn't judge us right. Even in the churches today. The pastors are supposed to be the judge. They supposed to see sin and correct it.
Right.
They ain't correcting nothing. They letting the women come in booty shorts, whatever. You can come to church naked if you want to.
Bring it out.
Pastors don't care as long as that money hit that plate. Read.
By bringing upon us a great evil.
He brought upon us a great evil. Wouldn't you say the way that we live is terrible? Our people, we live in the ghetto. Everywhere you go, we in the ghetto.
Right.
Everywhere you go, we got put on slave ships. Who do we go to for food? Is that a good thing? The people who beat your back in slavery, that's who you got to go and say, Master, can I get something to eat?
Bring it out.
That's crazy, right? Read.
For under the whole heaven,
the whole earth, watch,
hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
ain't nothing nobody else went through what we done been through.
Right.
But guess what happened? Something bad happened to everybody, and we sympathize with them.
Bring it
Before
out.
we sympathize with our own people, we sympathize with other nations.
Right.
We want to pray for Ukraine, pray for Israel,
Bring
the
it out.
Palestinians.
Right.
But who praying for us?
Right.
We ain't even praying for ourselves.
Bring it
we
out.
in the hood. Everywhere you go.
Right.
Guess what? The people they praying for the Palestinians, guess how they treat us over there? Like trash. And we pray for them. Guess how they treat our people in Ukraine? Like trash. And we
Right.
send up prayers for Ukraine. Why they killing us? Right? Give me Matthew 15. Who did Christ come for? Who do you think Christ came for? The sinners, right? Of who? Everybody? Anybody who sinned, Christ coming to save them? I got a question. Who makes the laws in America? What race? White people, right? What do they need to be saved from? They create the laws. If they say slavery going back in action, guess what? Slavery going back in action. So what do they need to be saved from? Let's see who Christ coming for. Watch this.
15:24. The book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24.
Bring it out!
But he answered and said,
Wait, what color is these letters?
Red.
Red letters. Who's talking of his red letters? Christ. Watch what he said.
I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Who is Christ sent to? That's it. Only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Who are the lost sheep of the house of Israel? Deuteronomy 28. Now let's get to it. Christ is coming for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now we got to figure out who the lost sheep of the house of Israel is, right? Why are they called lost? Right? Hold that. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. Let me show you why they call lost first. Then we're going to figure out who they is, right? Because this Bible got the answer to all the questions. We just got to read it. We ain't been taught right. We already know. We've been taught that lie. Dang, the Bible said his feet was like brass burned in the furnace. Why is that in the churches? Somebody lying, right? Watch this.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
God told the Israelites in Jeremiah, he said, you're going to discontinue from the heritage that I gave thee. God gave the Israelites an heritage, and Israel discontinued from it. They forgot who they was. They started keeping everything but what God said. Who did that today? Let's see. Deuteronomy 28. Watch this. Now we're going to get to the question. You said, I don't know who I am. Let me show you who he is, right? I'm sorry. Hold it one more time. 1 and 1. We got to let you know who he's talking to. We're going to get the context. Then we're going to get to the facts, right? Because our people are lost. And it's not just you, right? It's many people. I hope people are listening. A lot of people that want to act like they don't hear us. They want to act like they don't listen. But they be listening. And it's a good thing that they listen.
I thank you for your time. I got some more studying I do. I'll get back.
Wait, let me show you real quick. It's 3 verses. I'm going to show you 3 verses. Watch this. 1 and 1.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, and verse 1.
Bring it out!
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So who was Moses talking to?
All of Israel.
All of Israel. 28. Watch this. 15.
28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day.
He told the Israelites, something's going to happen to you if you don't listen to all the statutes and commandments that I'm telling you. What's going to happen?
That all these curses,
Curse a good thing or a bad thing? He said all these curses
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses are going to come upon the Israelites and overtake them, right? I got one curse I want to read you, right? How did black people get to America? Slave ships, right? Where you learn that at? School, history, right? What should you learn the Bible at? At home and where else? Church, right? Because you know they said the Bible can't be in the school, right? So we learn slavery at school, right? So let's see. Let's see what happens. Watch this.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He said, this is Moses talking to the Israelites. He said, the Lord shall bring you into Egypt again. Give me what Egypt means. We gotta know what Egypt means because a lot of people, we say Egypt, you think of the place with the pyramids and the Sphinx, right? Let's see what God was talking about when he said, the Lord shall bring you into Egypt again. Watch this.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2.
Bring it out!
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
What did he call Egypt? The house of bondage. What does bondage mean, Darren? What does bondage mean? Slavery, right? So Egypt in the Bible means slavery. Now let's see what he told the Israelites with that understanding. Watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He said, the Lord shall bring you into Egypt or slavery again. How?
With ships.
He said the Lord's going to bring the Israelites into slavery again with ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
That Egypt over there they just came out of, he said, you ain't going to see that Egypt no more again. You're going to a new house of bondage, a new house of slavery. What do we come here as America as? We come over here as citizens. We came as what? Slaves. He said, you're going to see a new house of slavery. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
He said, and when you get there, you're going to be sold unto your enemies. Did we get sold when we got off the slave ships?
Bring it out!
Who do we get sold to? What did God call them?
Slave owners.
Watch this.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
God told us the people who stay out the slave ship, that's your enemies. We got enemies. Donald Trump, enemy. Kamala Harris, enemy. She not black. Read.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
For slave men and slave women, right? Because the women, our women think they different from us. We all came on the slave ship together.
That's right.
Read.
And no man shall buy you.
Buy means to save or redeem. No man gonna redeem you. Once you go into this slavery, nobody coming to save you. Not Malcolm X, not Martin Luther King, not Barack Obama. Not nobody gonna come save you, right? So if Moses told that to the Israelites, who did that stuff happen to? Who did it happen to today? What do we call them? What do they call today? What are the Israelites called today?
I don't know.
Who went on slave ships?
Oh, okay.
Who picked cotton in the fields for hundreds of years? Whoever that was, that's the Israelites. You are an Israelite.
That's right.
The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the Israelites of this Bible. This whole Bible is our story. It's a history book about you, about me, our ancestors. This ain't everybody's book. Just because everybody read it don't mean it's for them. If you write a note to your nephew and somebody else read it, does it pertain to them? No. God wrote this book to us. Just because other people read it don't mean it's for them. God said, Christ said, I only come for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. This is our book. Why are we lost? We don't know who we are. We don't know who we are. We think we black. We think we African American. We think we Mexicans, Cubans. God said, you lost. This book is for you. We got to figure out who you is, right?
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.